What's up guys, and welcome to this new video here on my channel. And this is a very special one because we are going to talk about the next generation of my car. As you can see on the right hand side, this is my current Audi S3. It is tuned by APR to around about 360 horsepower with a pretty special wrap with blue rings, some other lit modifications, but we are not going to talk about my S3, we are going to talk about the one on the left hand side. This is actually the 2021 Audi S3. I'm super excited to make this video because I've now driven about 14,000 kilometers with my S3, and so I know every single detail of this car. But first of all, let's start with the design features the new one now has. And the first thing I want to talk about is actually the headlights. As you can see over here, and when I zoom in, as you can see over here, the shape, the general shape, as you can see here and here, is 100% more or less the same. The only difference is that the light signature now not just is going from up here, it is only this line over here, and then we have this digital kind of design language Audi now has with the new models as well. So not a lot of changes, to be honest. But if we go down there where the air intakes, the side air intakes are, the changes are way bigger. Of course, I've wrapped this part here in black so it appears way bigger than it actually is. But here it is way smaller actually. And there is no function, I guess, because here is actually function. You see, the air can go through, and I don't think that the air can go through over here. But this, all in all, looks way more compact, way more aggressive, to be honest, than at the old generation. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think this is definitely looking better. Then as we come around here, you see that the structure of the single frame grille is completely different. So here we have something like an RS structured single frame grille. Of course, there are no Audi rings on here, but you immediately see it is way larger, it is wider, but at the same time, it is not that high as at the current generation. Then as we come around here, the ACC sensor is way more beautiful implemented down there. This line down here is still the same, I guess, but it is not going up here like in the current generation. So I think this is it from the front of the car. Now let's have a look at the back. So here we now have the back of the current S3 and then the upcoming S3. And of course it still has the 4 exhaust pipes as mine. Of course mine is tuned, but actually I think this is 110% the same part that they already used in the current generation. The only thing which really changed at the back, beside that, I don't see any really interesting changes. Of course, you can see here that the mirrors are a little bit sharper than at the previous generation down here. That's it. We still have this little spoiler lip that I've wrapped in black. And if you look about this part over here, so the shadow line, then this is pretty much exactly like at the previous generation. Also, the lines down here from the trunk are exactly the same shape, but I actually think it is a bit tighter. It is a bit smaller, this part, than here. But now let's have a look at the really interesting parts, the interior. So here we now have some really interesting shots of the interior of the new A3 and S3 generation, and of course also the RS3 generation at some point. So as you can see over here, the door handles are definitely going to be 110% different, and I'm super happy that they did this. Of course, this was good for the last couple of years, but the A3 generation, the current one, is simply way too old now. Then over here, we see that this is probably just a normal A3, so not an S-Line version, but still has some shift pedals, so not that bad. But as we come around here, we see some pretty interesting changes. So here, these are the previous air vents of the A3, S3, RS3, and these are the new ones, so not round anymore. They are definitely a geometric shape, which Audi is famous for. And then as we come around here, of course, this is going to be a pretty huge virtual cockpit. I'm very interested in if this is actually then an option, or if this comes stock with the new A3, which I actually think it will be, because with the new Golf, this is actually coming stock, so Audi definitely has to do it the same way. And then over here we see the biggest change. The MMI has now come to a touch display, of course, and it is way bigger than the previous generation. Then the air vents are also not in here, they are there, and probably also next to this screen over here. The controls for the air condition are definitely underneath this bar over here, and as you can see in the next photo, now we are talking. So now we get the full experience of what the new interior is going to look like. So as I said, geometric shapes over here. This is a huge virtual cockpit. Then actually, that's funny to be honest. These are 110% the same parts that they actually used in this one. So yeah. Just welcome to the Volkswagen AG. Then another very interesting fact is that they had the exact same steering wheel. And to be honest, I'm more than just disappointed in that. But at the other hand side, I really love the steering wheel. So now, is it good? Is it not good? Tell me in the comments. Make your mind on this. So as I said, here is the air conditioning control panel, and this is completely redesigned. We've never seen this kind of air condition control in any Audi so far, so that's really interesting. This bar down here, I don't know if you can see it. This is for warning lights, this is for the drive select, this is probably ESC off or something. This we actually have seen probably in the Q3 in the new one. But then we have something more than just new. I don't know what this button actually is, but I think this is to control volume and to control the media. So here you can push to the next song, here you can shut the tone off, and probably this is a touch interface. So if you go on with your finger, you can probably just turn your finger into this direction and then make it louder or in the other direction. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking. As you can see over here, this is more or less the same control panel as we have in the Golf 8. And now we also have this something like razor shape. We've already seen this in the new 992. So okay, we now have an A3 S3 that is having the same control panel like a Porsche 992. Okay, tell me in the comments what you think about this. But I actually have another picture for you where we can see even more. And here you can see this part pretty clearly. I actually like it. To just show you, this was the previous one. Yeah, if you compare it, 110% super old school. Also the interface over here. But actually, this is a part where I have to say, and I want to comment you down below. What do you think about it? Was that the safer, was that the easier interface to control your infotainment on your car? Or is the new generation only touch the better option? Tell me in the comments. Then, as we can see over here, this is the place where we have the Quattro badge, if it is a Quattro, or we probably just have the Audi rings if it is a non-all-wheel drive model. And then over here, we can say that the air vents are going all the way to the passenger side. So all in all, this is a completely updated interior if you compare it to this one. And this one immediately looks super old when you see this one. Do you agree, or what do you think about it? Tell me in the comments. Thank you very much for watching for this super casual video, but I wanted to share this with you immediately. So thank you again very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button down below, and let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new S3? I don't know anything about engine data or so on, but I think at least 300 horsepower. I think all models will be definitely mild hybrid ones. So I think the A3 has a really bright future, to be honest. And I also think of definitely ordering one once it is out. Thank you again very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe once again if you haven't already. Give the video a like and comment down below what you think about the new S3. What has changed? Would you get the old one? Would you get the new one? And why? Bye!